we need to give you some headlines. What's been going on in the crazy world of the NFL, Jen?
You know, Mitch, my favorite headline today might be your hair game because your hair game is on point, right? That
Thank you.
might be Mitch Mullaney hair game on point at the Juke, right? And you clearly took notes from Trevor Lawrence, who obviously threw the ball big, but like his hair never even got flustered. So
I don't know how he does it.
That his quarterback composure is as good as his hair, but that remains to be seen. But our first headline would be Mitch Mullaney and his hair game on point. I'm gonna have to step mine up. I don't know if I could pull that look off, but I'm going for it. But since you like the Patriots and you're a Patriots guy,
Yes.
though you got Marino in the background today, that threw me off a little bit. But
Yeah.
I heard something very interesting on your re-signed quarterback, Cam Newton. Okay. And it is that Cam Newton is reportedly starting a show with BET called Sip and Smoke. Now, my question is, would you prefer to see that show on BET, or would you like to see Cam Newton pass and run on the New England Patriots?
This is the thing about Cam. If you like Cam, you like all of Cam. You're not in one half of Cam and out of the other. It is all a Cam. And that means the personality in and out of football. And for me, I definitely was interested in watching that show when I heard it was going down, because I'm a fan of the personality of Cam as well as the football player. And I think this is another outlet for him to see it. Yeah, so I'm going to be tuning in for sure. But I'm not sure if I'm a Patriots fan that I want him smoking and sipping before games.
Right. I mean, it's not really a competitive advantage that we typically highlight performance, unless he's, smoking people with his speed and sipping tea in the end zone. From a competitive standpoint, it seems a little interesting. So we'll see how that plays out. But I love how you said if you're in with Cam, you're all in with Cam, because one of his shows that he used to have, which is actually where I met Cam, was, wait for it, All In with Cam Newton. So you are actually on point when you say you're all in with Cam Newton. So my next headline that caught my attention was when Heineke, AKA as I like to call him, Heineken, said that he is ready for, an exciting competition with Fitzmagic. So all I picture is it Fitzmagic pulling tricks out of his beard, and the rest of us kicked back with a Heineken as we watch who will emerge from the Heineken Fitzmagic battle. Where do you fall?
I don't know how you can beat a literal magician. Like, how do you do that? He's pulling everything out of his hat.
Maybe you give him a lot of Heinekens before the competition. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he goes on, sip and smoke with Cam Newton prior to the competition, and he sips on Heinekens, and then Heineke slips by him.
I see some cross advertising with that scenario. I think we should get those two to hook up. But I think with Fitzmagic, he's the magic man that's literally been reverse aging at this point as a quarterback. So I don't know which one's younger right now.
That's a good point. He does seem to reverse age. I do think, though, that age magic of Fitzmagic might go away if the beard was shaved. I think the reverse aging comes with the beard development.
I could see that.
Right? I think that's part of where he hides the magic. Now, speaking of magic, there's been this combine drill. It keeps coming up. And I can only picture in my mind that there is an invisible enemy, that they are running around and then trying to go straight. Like, are we doing a bat race with an imaginary bat? Is there a bee chasing people? And what exactly would they be attempting to ascertain by this interesting, there was another word that came to my mind, but I took it out, this interesting new draft phenomenon or pre-draft
So I think
combine phenomenon.
this drill would be way more interesting if they actually had a fly swatter in their hand and we were just releasing flies and they were just having to run around and just swat them down and see their actual hand-eye coordination. Because swatting a fly takes some hand-eye coordination.
It does. It does. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like the bat races that you used to have to do where you had to do all of the circles around the bat and they would try and see if you could still run straight, right? Because obviously they're trying to maintain that straight line running. I've seen it before where it was a DB drill and you pretend like somebody's pressing you and then you rip your shoulder and you run, right? Going from a back pedal to forward. But this one, you know, I'm a coach, but I'm going to have to be coachable on this and see what exactly they wanted me to learn.
I think it had something to do with the hips, but I'm lost.
Hey, so it's like Shakira, all in the hips?
Yeah.
All right.
Hips don't lie.
So we're going to say Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. We'll call it the Shakira drill and keep it moving. So my last headliner that might be, I don't know, tattoo worthy would be the tattoo battle that emerged on the Buccaneers battleships that apparently started with BA's promise that he would get a tattoo if they won the Super Bowl. And then, oh, wait for it, Tom Brady responded. What do you think about the tattoo battle, Mitch?
I think when you have a tattoo that is that fake from Tom Brady, I think, you know, Bruce might have been outdone by the GOAT, but I just love Bruce Arians saying he's going to get a tattoo when he wins the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl, and then getting the tattoo. I mean, is there a better story than that in the NFL?
Well, it falls right in line with his no risk it, no biscuit mantra, right? He said no risk it, and he put it out there. And, you know, clearly the TBD was determined to have, you know, BAT, right? Bruce Arians tattoo at that. Now, there is a deeper narrative, though, that we must reassess because, you know, with you, it always goes back to New England and the Patriots. And I'm curious, does Dollar Bill have to up his tattoo game and come back at BA stronger?
I think Bill Belichick's a little busy right now. We see pictures of him. We see videos of him chatting it up with Kyle Shanahan, and Josh McDaniels is there wearing, I don't know if he was wearing one shirt or two shirts. I couldn't tell. He was wearing one of those shirts, but they were watching all the quarterbacks and chatting it up. And I think he's a little busy right now, but maybe he'll get a tattoo of Kyle Shanahan.
But I do think that Bill Belichick might be over there like, hey, thanks for that Garoppolo thing you did for me. Really appreciate you taking that guy off my hands. Glad I sold you on how good he was, huh?
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Right. He's like, I might get a tattoo of you if you, you want Cam Newton next? Because wait, hold on. He's there with the sip and smoke.
All right. So those are the headlines.